Hey guys, Ryan here for Bender Wins. Hope everyone's doing well today. As you guys obviously noticed, we did not have a video yesterday as we did not have a pick. It was just one of those days where we looked at baseball, we looked at the football game, and couldn't find anything we liked. So um, I guess, in not posting a video, there is an important lesson there as well that you can take away from that is that if you don't find value, don't bet. You're certainly under no obligation to put a bet in. Like yesterday was the first day in a long time. I'd have to go back and check, but a long time that I didn't put a single bet in. And towards the end, I was going over numbers for like the third time, and I just stopped myself because I said, you know what, if you haven't found value in the first two times, you're probably not going to it. At least like the first time going through the games, I can circle certain games where I think there's probably some value. I'll circle back on those games afterwards, after I've narrowed down to however many there are, and go back over those games again and really narrow it down to the exact percentages where I think that I have an edge. Um, Going over it twice yesterday, I hadn't found a single game where I thought there'd be an edge. So why am I going over it a third time? But anyways, I did. I went over it halfway through and I said, you know what? There's no value today. So I'm not going to throw a pick out there just for the sake of throwing a pick out there for you guys. Money saved is money earned, right? So, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I know I had some of you guys messaging me, like, who do you like? Do you like, Cleveland? Or you like the over, the under, whatever? I don't know. I mean, end of the day, like, if I had to answer you guys, like, here. Yeah, we would have lost. So, I mean, that's what it basically would equate to, guys. Are you betting with advantages all the time? Or do you just, are you about the action? Do you need to bet? Like, if you can lay off Monday Night Football, then you're probably not about the action. You're probably about, the return. But Monday Night Football is, for a lot of gamblers, they look at it as like, this is your last chance to break even from the weekend. And a lot of times with football, unfortunately, gamblers are down for the weekend. So, you shouldn't look at Monday that way. You shouldn't look at any game that way, but specifically Monday. Monday Night Football gets so much action, so much attention, because the reality is the few people are up after the weekend, they want to keep it going. They want to, see what they can get to. But the majority of people who are down over the weekend, I mean, how many times, be honest with yourselves, how many times have you had a bad Sunday and you push your bets up on the Sunday night game and you lose that, and then you double down on the Monday night game? Be honest with yourself. It happens. I know I've been there in the past. I've done that. These are all the mistakes I made, guys. This is what I'm trying to teach you guys going forward, to be more like professional sports bettors, and maybe to be professional sports bettors, guys. But these are the little holes in your game that you have to fill. No different. I'm sure some of you guys play poker. You play poker and, you're consistently losing. You would probably want to ask yourself, well, why am I consistently losing? And people would start reading books. They start filling holes in their game. That's what they call it. And that's all I'm saying with you guys, This is about just filling those little holes, and eventually, this becomes very powerful for you guys, And I've had a few of you guys message me, and I absolutely love reading it. Thank you guys very much for that. But I've had a few of you guys message me talking about how bankroll management has literally changed your sports betting life, and you don't have anxiety during games anymore because, you don't have half your bankroll on the line. And this is becoming a long-term thing. You guys are seeing it. I mean, just trust me. Like, follow my way. You're not going to have, the excitement level of having half your account riding on one game, guys. But you're not going to have that disappointment. And what you are going to have is you're going to have an incredible sense of achievement and satisfaction when you realize that you're watching your account continue to grow and you're not having those downswings, guys. It's nice after, a few months to take a withdrawal out and still have your account be up, guys. That's the point of this, okay? Again, I always say, you want excitement, go skydiving. You want to make some money, listen to what I say, guys. All right, back at it. We are on baseball today. So, going to San Diego, Milwaukee. First off, Milwaukee, one of those parks where... Drop the coin. Milwaukee's one of those parks where you just naturally get unders in the park, so it's considered an under park. I mean, it's not enough that it gives you like a true edge to saying, okay, every game I'm just going to bet Milwaukee. But it is an under inducive park, so it induces unders in the park in the right conditions. So tonight we believe we have those right conditions. So we have wind blowing in on average for the game. It's going to be blowing straight in about 5 miles per hour. Now, this is important where databases become, key in terms of figuring this stuff out. Because believe it or not, some ballparks, when the wind is blowing in really, really strong, that's great for an under. But there's other ballparks where when the wind is a more gentle, consistent wind, that's better for unders. And Milwaukee happens to be one of those ballparks. So when the wind is blowing in Milwaukee at 5 to 25 miles an hour, that under comes in 59.3% of the time, which obviously is a great number. Now, when you reduce that wind, where that average wind speed is only coming in at 5 to 6 miles per hour, like tonight, the under record comes in. The under, and this goes back to 2006. 2006, the under is 154 times it's been under and 82 over. 65.3% of the time. We like that. Tonight, also, don't mind the fact that it's a little bit cooler there. At no time will the game temperature be over 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Average temperature for the game is going to be somewhere around 65 or 66, which it's going to start. The game first pitch is going to open up around 68 degrees and progressively get cooler, obviously, as the night sets in. We like this again because we don't want that really, really hot days where the ball just jumps off the bat. We want those cooler nights. So that again, leads us toward the under. And then the final thing we'll call it nail in the coffin to solidify this bet is Mr. Ron Kulpa. Love Ron Kulpa. Next to Vic Carapazzi is my favorite under umpire. You have to love Vic. But Ron Kulpa is the second best umpire going. Now, sorry, I'm gonna reiterate that. Ron Kulpa is the second best under umpire in the game with a large sample size. There's a few other guys who are kind of like up and coming, who like Ryan Addison, a few of these guys, and they're really putting up strong under numbers, but it's too early to rely on their numbers for samples. Like we're talking about them having thrown 30, 50 games behind I always say, umpired 30 to 50 games behind home plate. You can't really call that a reliable sample size. Whereas Ron, Vic, 400 or 500 games, we got trends there. We have trends after 400 or 500 games. So Ronnie Kulpa, behind home plate, he comes under 245 times and he's thrown 186 overs. That's good for 56.8%. Ron Kulpa is one of those umpires. Betting on him alone on the unders is a winning strategy. But we combine it, guys, with game in Milwaukee, 5 mile per hour wind coming in, cooler temperatures. We like the under. San Diego, Milwaukee, under 8.5, guys. Thank you very much again for the support. Keep the comments coming in, guys. I really appreciate it. It's very difficult on Saturday and Sunday for me to get back to you guys, but I try Monday and throughout the week to get back to you guys. It's just one of those days where, if I don't answer you on Saturday, Sunday, it's not personal, guys. It has to do with, obviously, there's a million games on Saturday, and Sunday, I'm watching everything coming in. So anyways, guys, that's it for today. Really appreciate the support as always. If you could leave a like, don't forget to subscribe, because there are some picks and stuff I'm just going to throw up here and I'm not going to advertise on social media. So you want to make sure you're getting those notifications so you don't miss this, guys. Anyways, as always, thank you very much and have a very lucky day.